Hey there, and welcome. If you've ever felt like taking attendance just eats up your precious teaching time, you are in exactly the right place. In just the next few minutes, we're going to show you how to turn that daily chore into a quick, 30-second task with InstaClass attendance. So let's dive right in.
You know the feeling, right? The bell rings, the students are settling in, and your first job, it isn't teaching, it's being an accountant. It's a super important task, for sure. But does it really need to be such a time-consuming chore? And let's be real, the old way can be a total headache. You're manually counting heads, trying to remember who gave you a leave note yesterday, and you're constantly worried about making one tiny mistake. All of that is precious time spent on admin when you could be connecting with your students. But what if we could just flip that whole process on its head? It's time to meet your new favorite classroom assistant, InstaClass. It's designed from the ground up to make attendance accurate, incredibly fast, and just simple. You know, this isn't just about taking attendance, it's about giving you superpowers. Seriously, imagine marking almost your entire class present with just one click. Approved leaves, they sync up automatically, you don't even have to think about them. Worried you made a mistake? The draft mode is your safety net. Plus, parents can get notified instantly. The whole thing is built to give you back what you need most, your time.
So how does this actually look in the real world? Let's walk through the workflow together. And I am not kidding when I say this can take as little as 30 seconds.
Okay, here's your new morning routine. First, you just open up attendance and pick your class. Then, you'll see the system has already marked any students with an approved leave. Next, you click that magic Mark All Present button. After that, you just uncheck the one or two students who might be absent. And finally, you give that little summary a quick glance to confirm and you hit Submit. That's it. You're done.
Let's just focus on this number for a second. 1. That's it. On most days, it's just a single click to get the bulk of the work done. It is truly the heart of what makes this so fast and efficient. And right before you finalize anything, you get this really clean, simple summary. It's your final check. You can see the exact count of who's present, who's absent, and who's on leave, letting you verify everything in just a single glance. Now, let's talk about the built-in safety nets, because we all know that mistakes can happen. The system is actually designed to be really forgiving. So let's look at the difference between a draft and a submitted record, and you'll see how easy it is to make corrections. Okay, so think of draft mode as your workspace. It's totally editable, perfect for when you're double-checking things, and no alerts or notifications are sent out. But submitted, well, that's the final official record. It gets locked in for reporting, and if your school has it turned on, this is the step that triggers notifications to parents about their child's attendance. You're also going to see something called a locked leave. Now, this isn't a restriction, it's actually a feature designed to help you out. When a parent gets a leave approved through the right channels, the system automatically marks it on your sheet and locks it. This just prevents you from accidentally marking that student present. It's basically an error-proof system.
So what happens if you click the wrong button? Hey, don't worry about it. If your attendance sheet is still in draft mode, you can just edit it and resave. Super simple. If you've already hit submit, your school administrator can easily help you make the correction. It is always fixable.
All right, you've totally got the workflow down. Now let's cover a few pro tips to make sure your attendance records are perfectly accurate every single time. Let's look at a few real-world scenarios. On a typical day, your go-to move is Mark All Present, and then you just uncheck the one or two absentees. Easy. If a student has an approved leave, the system does all the work for you. It auto-marks and locks it. And what if a student walks in late? No problem. You can quickly add a little note right there on the screen. To really become a pro, just keep this quick checklist in mind. First, always double-check your class and date. It's a simple habit that prevents major headaches. Always start with Mark All Present to save the most time. Trust those locked leave entries, they are your friends. And finally, always give that summary one last quick scan before you hit Submit.
When you put it all together, it's pretty clear we're fundamentally changing how this daily task gets done. What used to be a chore is now legitimately a 30-second success story, and that frees you up to do what you do best: teach. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important question of all. With attendance handled this quickly and this efficiently every single day, what are you going to do with all that time you get back?